All right, welcome to Small Business Spotlight. We're here with one of our favorites, Nicole with My Angel Team.
Yes, hi. Thanks for having me.
Long overdue. We've had you on before, but this is a new series that we're doing to spotlight local businesses and entrepreneurs. And you have your hand in a lot of different pots. You do yoga. You also are a psychic medium. You've told me a few other talents off air. We'll see if we get to it. You had a couple of phone calls, but I don't know if we want to talk about on air.
We can talk about it.
Yeah. But you do a ton of readings. What we like it, we call it a night with spirit. It's taken off so well that we've also had you go to our other locations that are in Oxford, PA, and down in Clearwater with Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. In Clearwater, Florida at Muggs, and then Oxford is Octoreros with the manager Ron and the husband and wife John and Nicole, who are great. We've been doing shows there. In January it'll be 6 years. So yeah. But back to you.
Yes.
So what people can expect is you perform on stage. That's why we're here, and you have the whole audience, and then you get messages through Spirit, and Spirit joins you, and then you start cascading them to audience members.
Absolutely.
Would you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. So Spirit shows up for however many people we have here. We have double or triple that amount in spirit world of spirits, angels, guardians. Everybody just shows up. We should probably charge them a ticket too. I mean, there's like a whole room of beings, literally, when I get up on stage. And so it's my job to really be that earpiece and mouthpiece for the audience and tell them who and what is talking to them behind the veil. We have messages from loved ones. You have messages from guardian angels, people, maybe your best friend that has crossed over, somebody that actually has been watching over you your whole life. You say, I don't know how I made it this far in life, but now here I am and I'm doing this wonderful thing. And so my job is to really convey those messages through sight, sound, hearing, feeling, and a sense of knowing. And a lot of people that come here, it's usually their first time. And so I will walk you through kind of like the mechanics and what to expect from it. And people leave here as lifelong friends. Some people fall in love. It's been really amazing. They get, some people become pregnant, not during the show.
Whoa.
Seriously though.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
That is not included with your ticket.
It is not included with the ticket price.
We just opened up our own restaurant, Gatsby's Pub. You get something to food. You can get something to drink. So to get something to food. Get something to eat. Get something to drink. But we do not offer dessert. Not that kind.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Or ever.
So, but yeah, I have groups of people from all over. So like Delaware, New Jersey, New York, PA, everybody shows up here and has a great time.
Yeah, and I just wanted to kind of set the scene because a lot of people don't know what to expect. If you're watching this, our next event, Night with Spirit, is going to be Saturday, December 6th. We always do it once a month. It's normally the beginning, but the next one after that will be in January. So doors open at 6. The show starts at 7. And being on this side of it, I always see people come in. You can see people that come in and they're kind of skeptics, like just at a comedy show, because if they haven't heard of the comedians, if they're not like Billboard famous, they might not think they're going to have a good time. And you could see people's posture when they leave a comedy show. And like you almost say, like they're coming down all slouched in and they leave and their chest is like puffed out. And they're making eye contact if they like the show, and they're looking down and they don't say anything if they leave the show and they're not happy. So I kind of see the same thing when people come in for Night with Spirit. They don't know what is to expect, what to happen. And you could see this one lady in particular, this one, I think it was the first time that we did it. It was either the first or the second time. We were outside in the social house. Obviously, when the weather's nice, we open up. It looks like a barn, and the stars are out, and it's very nice. We'll do that again once the weather breaks again. But for now, we're going to be right in here in the Melody Room. It used to be part of the ballroom, and it's sectioned off. So a lady that you pointed out, by her age, you could have obviously nailed it, that chances are the loved one that passed over was her husband. Okay, but this one in particular, I don't know why, but you said that she's lost multiple husbands. What are the odds? Like, you could say one, but she had actually outlived 2, and it might have been 3. It was 3.
That one.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, because I was like, good, yeah, because she looks like she was weeks away from leaving us.
Stop. She was the best.
She was the best, and I'm joking,
ever,
but
yeah.
like, but what are the odds that you point her out? You're like, oh, she's a widow. Okay, good guess. That's why she's there. Because most people that are there probably have lost someone. If they're younger, it's going to be a parent or grandparent. If they're older, it's someone that
Mom, dad,
or spouse.
Yeah, spouse. Right.
Yeah, but that you nailed it. Was multiple.
And they each of her husbands had a particular message for her, and she loved all of them.
Also very unique.
Very unique.
Yeah.
And there was intimate things that I think she was in her 90s. She shared with us, and I was like,
yeah,
she was a healthy 90-year-old, let me tell you. So like there were some personal exchanges that we were able to nail down through spirit, and also
not included in the dessert. Not included in the. Okay.
So anyway,
we only have 30 minutes, Nicole.
Yeah.
Focus.
Focus. All right, get your mind out of the gutter. That's my team. Anyway. So everybody has like a really good time because the information we bring through like accurate dates, times, names, places, and it's really an interactive show for everybody. So that's why I do kind of like ground rules and what to expect in the beginning of it, because I want people to get the most that they can from that night. So understanding that spirit's going to bounce around the room and connect everybody, and everybody has a message to share.
Right.
And I try to read as many people as humanly possible within that time.
Yeah. And I think the second time or maybe the third time, you almost read everyone in the room, which I mean, I can only imagine how much energy that takes from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my mom says that every time you come here, the energy in the whole building is better.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's how it works, and spirit and the angels, they want us to know that we're all connected and that we're all here with a bigger purpose. Like you just weren't born, happenstance here on earth and like, oh well, good luck to you. There really is a point and a purpose why you incarnated here. And it's my job to really connect the dots for everybody through the spirit realm so that you know that your life isn't in vain and that there really is some fun shit for you to do here, whether it's falling in love, whether it's creating a new business, whether it's traveling, whether it's just doing like art or creating something here on the planet that's never been done before. And so that's where I really get a lot of fun out of it. So yes, it is a lot of energy. And at night, it takes a lot out of me, but I will get up and do it again the next day because I love it so much and I love working with people.
Now, off camera, and I've had the privilege of interviewing you before, so you told me the story about Abraham Lincoln, and you once went to upstate New York. If you haven't seen it before, check out the episode on Bring 'Em Out with Alan and I when we talked about this. And he was sitting shotgun in your car, and you went to upstate New York and everything like that. But so now that you've gone to Florida and used to live in Arizona and Texas and done various shows, have you seen spirits or people that have crossed over that you've seen in one place, then all of a sudden you keep seeing them other places? Does your spirit team travel with you?
My specific spirit team
does. Yeah, but have you seen other people in other places or any stories like that?
Let me see.
Or some people at a place that you weren't expecting?
So there's an old mining town in Arizona called Jerome, and I don't think I talked about this, but it's a town of 400 people. And in Jerome, there was an
old town called Jerome. Right. I am not with you so far. You already lost me.
Yeah. It's amazing to see that. So like there were a lot of politicians. There was a lot of things with prohibition there when prostitution was legal. Like there was all of this turn of the century things happening in this mining town. So those spirits, because they are still what I consider in between dimensions or in between the world, they still want to be of the living, but they're dead, right? So like they'll hang out. They will travel literally. Like if I went there, they would then come hang out with me and go to Philly or go to Florida or just go to any place because they just want to have a good time. Usually it's spirits that are drinking, and usually it's spirits that are working. Like
spirits that are enjoying spirits.
Spirits that are enjoying spirits. I'm dead serious. I'm serious. That's how it works. And so a lot of spirits, so spirits like energy. So if there's a room full of people or a bar full of people or a restaurant, spirits are going to congregate there. That's why we love doing big shows. That's why we love having as many people as possible, because it brings in the energy and everybody can have a good time. So those particular spirits, they like to, I call them looky-loos. I know that's funny, but like literally if you get the image, I can just see them on people's backs, like looking around. Like they don't really have a message for anybody. They just want to hang out with everybody. So I see them all the time, go from one place to the other.
But they don't give you messages.
No,
They
just hang out. They want to they typically want to drink and have sex. I'm just saying, I'm dead serious. That's what I see them do.
I see a pattern.
Yeah, there is definitely a pattern. So
Naughty spirits.
Naughty spirits. So if you think about it, so like when you're drinking alcohol, your auric field opens up. So that's your energy body, okay? So when you're drinking, and that's why people have a good time. Some people don't have a good time, but the majority of people have a good time. Your energy body opens up. It makes you more susceptible to have like what we would call a spirit or a hitchhiker kind of in your auric field, because you're having a good time. And those spirits like to have fun. And the same thing when you're having sex. When you're having sex, your spirit or your energy usually opens up. That's why you have a good time. That's why you have an orgasm. I don't know where this show is going at this point. But the spirits will then, like, I call them like hitchhikers or looky-loos, and they'll come in and they'll hang on to your auric field to actually have a good time, because they want to be physically in the body. So what are some of the best things we do physically in the body, which is having sex, eating, working out, those kinds of things. I thought this was a different show.
Well, we were promoting this Wednesday, December 6th. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. More of this.
More of just having a good time.
Come get fed, or whatever. I don't know.
Have a good time. Usually the messages that are coming through, I mean, years of healing can take place. I've had spirits come through that have apologized for some things that happened to people when they were younger. I've had spirits come through and confirm a lot of things that are going to be happening in the future, particularly like birth or death, that kind of a thing. We always like to keep it high vibe, so I don't want people to come in with this notion like I'm going to tell you something bad. That's not what my team does. I always say a prayer in the beginning. I set the stage for I'm taking ownership of this area right now, and we're going to have a good time with a lot of angels, a lot of loved ones that have crossed over. We're keeping it high vibe, and then at the end I say another prayer. It's basically like closing the channel down and wishing everyone well as they go on to the next venture.
I didn't even think about this until you said it, but do you see that around the holiday time, like a show like this, you'll see people come out maybe to connect with people that have crossed over during the loved ones that they miss?
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly with spouses. I mean, parents too, but when a lot of men or women have lost their love of their life, they really don't know what to do during the holidays. And so this offers like a sense of comfort, or a sense of knowing that they're not by themselves, or that they're going crazy. Like I've had people tell me like, oh, I still talk to my husband as though he's there. And I'm like, well, he is. He hears you.
Right.
So like continue talking to him.
Right.
Because that brings him joy as well.
Right.
So
that they're each side of that wants to feel like they're not forgotten.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, do you wanna read me?
Oh, well, yeah. All right. So I brought my crystals.
Brought a couple friends with you.
Yeah. So these are crystals that I use in the show. This is selenite and amethyst, and basically it just works as a tuning fork so that I can really hear the exact spirit and angel I want to talk to. However, since it's just Joel and I can do that without I can do it without the crystals anyway.
I don't know why, but the amethyst used to be my favorite rock. I forget what museum in Philadelphia we went to, but I remember us getting it on like one of our first field trips, like in elementary school. One of them in Philadelphia. I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to promote psychic energy and release negativity. And then selenite is a stone of the angels, so you're supposed to be able to hear the angelic realm clearer.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
ironically, I think the amethyst is my mom's birthstone. Is that possible?
Yeah, that is possible. I don't know what month that is, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Maybe June. When's your mom's birthday?
February. We're off to a great start.
No, stop. That one was a guess.
Yeah,
I wasn't tapping in.
Either you're off or I'm off.
Oh my God. That's great. All right. So All right, so I'll say a prayer like we ask all of our loved ones, our guides, our ascended masters that they come forward and use me as a conduit of healing light and love for Joel, that all information spoken here is true, accurate, and of a detailed nature for his highest good and the good of all concerned. May all of his questions be answered. May he truly know the light and love that is here for him. May this reading be in the highest vibrational possibility. I do that because I want people to know like what I'm linking into, because a lot of people are like, they get fearful if I'm talking to like a dark energy on the other side. Like,
Right.
who's giving me this information?
They immediately think Nicole 666.
Yes, exactly. So I just let people know what side I work with, or work for. So, all right. So as we tap into Joel, let's see here. They always
Should my eyes be closed or open?
You can either or, whatever feels good to you. So, they always want to talk about business with you. I just feel like, I mean,
I'm all business. I'm all business.
Are you all business? Because they're just, I still see, man, there's another location coming in. There is definitely another location coming in. So
China.
no.
China.
Yeah, I would love that. There is that. They just keep showing me another 6 months, like definitely another location coming in. I feel like getting here, this is a well-oiled machine now. You needed a good full year of getting everything, all the kinks worked out, and that everybody's where they need to be. And so now it's time for you to expand. That's what I keep hearing. It's almost like duplicating yourself or finding people that can bring in the laughter like you do, and also and I feel like your staff right now is at a good position, and everybody is where they need to be, and there are more coming, but you're understanding like where that things need to be tightened up and where things need to be loosened. So anyway, so Spirit's just telling me 6 months. So 6 months, another location coming in, and somebody actually approaches you. So it's not even like you need to go out and look for it. It looks as though somebody is like they're offering you something on a silver platter.
Okay.
That's what I keep seeing. All right. And I just keep hearing move. I know you currently live, yeah. So, but I just keep hearing move.
In the basement.
So whether that's your family with you, but there is a move coming for the family. So I feel like there is, if that hasn't happened yet, that is coming soon, in a couple of months.
Okay.
And let me see here. And as we go in, looking at mom's beautiful. I just feel like her job is to just travel, and I know she traveled. I just see a huge smile on her face. She's telling me that she wants property down south. That's what I'm hearing energetically from her. So I'm just giving you a thumbs up for you to go ahead and go do that, and that she really can pull in that property. Hold on one second. I have a grandmother and a grandmother. It looks like a grandmother and a grandfather coming in for you on the other side. Hold on one second. And somebody with music. So something with music. Oh, Jesus. Okay. It looks like grandfather has music, but grandmother's right behind him. So do you have a grandmother and a grandfather on the other side?
So
something to do with music.
One of the first times that I was here in Sunnybrook, we met with the owner and the township, and it was great. They were happy that Soul Joel's was coming here to revitalize and bring life back into the historic landmark in Sunnybrook. And then all of a sudden, a guy, he looked like, and I've told the story before, but he looked like Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. And he walked in, and he basically told the owner, he's like, "Do you still have that historic organ?" I've never seen this guy before, never seen this guy after, but he was from Delaware, was dropping someone off at Pottstown, and wanted to play the organ. And he asked if this guy George still plays it, and he goes, "Yeah, for Mother's Day and Easter, we still have him." So my sister and I leave to go in the parking lot. We're just catching up before we go drive. And the former owner, Chuck Galati, came running out of the ballroom doors and goes, "Joel, Deanna, you got to get back in here. This guy's playing it." And he's playing the organ, and chills, just the back of my hair, my neck standing up. It's playing from Beauty and the Beast, "Be our guest, put our magic to the test." And I had always given credit to my dad's mom and my mom's dad. They were the last two grandparents that died when I was doing this full time while they were still alive. But I never gave credit to my mom's mom. It was my first grandparent that died when I was 9. And this guy even had the fat, flabby arms because my mom, she thought exercises for horses. But I didn't tell him that. But that he reminded me of my grandmother, because my grandmother was a music teacher, and then she played the organ, the pipe organ, every Sunday in church. And she would have loved this place and loved like the big band era and everything. And I told him when he stopped playing, he stopped playing from the song from Beauty and the Beast. I said, "You remind me of my grandmother." she used to play the organ every Sunday in church and was a music teacher. He goes, that's what I do.
See?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I stopped, and he goes, all right, I got to get out of here. He goes, I got to go back to Delaware. I'm like, yeah, we're heaven.
Yeah.
So I drove home, parked in the parking in the driveway, and sitting on the fence were 2 cardinals.
Love that.
Yeah.
But who's the grandfather in spirit with music as well?
So that would be
That's what I'm saying.
not her husband. It was my dad's dad. He was in a band. They're all from the same town outside of Pittsburgh, but in Uniontown. But he played the drums.
Yeah. They're just telling me music's huge in your family.
Yep.
Yeah. And so like every time you're here performing, even though it's comedy, they're working with you. Like timing, rhythm. Even they're working with the performers that come here. Like your whole family's here helping out, which I didn't know. I didn't even know you had
yeah, well,
it
takes a village.
Yeah, well, I thought your family was in real estate, not musicians.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so that's cool.
2 of them.
That's we got a whole lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So all right, so I have those guys coming in. They want to say, congratulations. They love you. Music, yeah, a very big part of the family. Also. You were meant to be a performer, so this is grandmother coming through and actually saying like it is in your blood. We all performed and on one level or another. So whether it is in real estate or music or comedy, that genetic DNA line runs through your family very clearly. And then this is where children come in. So not for me. I'm saying I do see kids around you. I know you have nephews or nieces
and nephews
okay, but these are your children. I keep seeing them. They might not be biological. It might be a woman that you meet who has them or another configuration, but I definitely see children with you. This happens, and I do a lot of future forward prediction stuff, which I am like 99% accurate in. There is the 1% chance that it does not come true, but I have done this for 15 years. I have people calling me from 15 years later telling me stuff that the angels have said that does come true. So that is one of the things we are proficient in, and they are showing me like late 40s, early 50s is children. So
wild.
Yeah. So giddy up.
Yeah, well, I am 43, so we got some time.
We have some time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So any questions? Do you have any questions? Or I'll keep going. Hold on. So let me see what else they're saying. Also, I do. Oh, wow. They're showing me like a seagull, something with down the shore, and making. Okay, they're always telling me like making big decisions go down to the shore. So is there a connection, or do you have I feel like there's also another venue down the shore or something coming in from down the shore?
Yeah, well, I've done shows down there. Used to do shows in Stone Harbor. I have a show this weekend up towards like the Point Pleasant area.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've always done shows down near like Stone Harbor, and used to do in Atlantic City, but not anymore. And then also Wildwood.
Okay. Cool. But Spirit, your team is actually saying when you need to make big decisions and you need clarity, like go to the shore, if that's possible. Like get to the ocean, get to a body of water. Like that would be very beneficial for you to kind of just get clarity. Because I feel like so many times when we're in it, when we're in the day to day, it's hard sometimes to hear exactly what we need to do.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you need to like decompress and break away.
Yes.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's really it. That's all they have for right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they see that I have this is a well-oiled machine now.
Oh yeah.
After a year.
Absolutely. I know. Doesn't that sound funny? It's only been a year, but they're telling you. I mean, I know you've been doing this for well more than.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy. We just made a video about this, but it's like when I was inside in Royersford, it was 150 people, and our goal was to sell out one show Friday, one show Saturday. That's it. Just do 2 shows sold out. So 300 people a week, 1,200 people for the month. And we're like, man, I don't even know how that's possible. And fast forward, when I came here a year ago, our goal was over 5 days, because it's so big, just to have 1,000 people come through the door in a week. Then fast forward to last month or in October, we had 1,000 people come through here in a day. Oh, which is crazy. But you're like from going to 1,000 people in a month to 1,000 people in a week to 1,000 people in a day, that's multiplying 10 times. It's crazy to getting that big, from 150 people a day to 1,000 people a day over the course of 3 years. 3 years, yeah, because that was January of 2020 that we made that goal, and we ended up doing that in October of 2023.
Yeah, congratulations. It's amazing.
Doesn't seem possible, and it goes by so quick.
Well, and it's a manifestation rate. So when I say that to people in the show, like, and give them this amazing prediction, they're like, yeah, right. But it does happen, and it can happen when you really do believe in yourself and you allow that energy, that universal energy, to get behind you. Like, everything lined up for you to get this place, and like you had been working so hard, and your team, and I mean, that's a layup. It's amazing.
Yeah. Doors. When you think you're like doors or we're closing, it was missed opportunities, but it's really just God pointing you in the right direction.
Yes. Can we talk about that's exactly what it is God, right? So that's I mean, and when I'm moving and grooving in the show, that's what it is the energy of God moving through me to help people. And it's the same thing with you, like moving through you to help everybody that comes in here have a good time. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, no, and you don't see it at the time, but it's when you're looking at Monday morning quarterbacking or hindsight, it's different.
Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
But then it starts making sense. But it's wild. And then people get a hold of you on Instagram or Facebook. My Angel Team, right?
Yep, Nicole Angel on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Or My Angel Team on Instagram, and also my website's myangelteam.com.
Right.
Super easy. And I'm all over your website.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we did a little rebranding, new flyers, new pictures.
Yes.
Even though the Sedona picture.
Sedona, yeah.
Yeah, picture is great, but we did some rebranding, got some new photos.
New timeline.
New timeline.
New
Yeah.
energy. New year, 2024, man.
New year, new me. Who's this?
Here we go.
Yeah. So come out Wednesday, December 6th. The tickets are only $30. We look forward to having you here, and doors open at 6. Show starts at 7.
And we're going to have a great time. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of laughs.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.